Dragging and dropping in Blogsy. You can drag and drop from Flickr, Picasa, Instagram, YouTube, Vimeo, search, the uploading panel, from the browser, also from your media library, your blog's media library. So it all works basically the same. So let's go through some examples. Let's use Picasa as an example. Tap on this, My Photos. Let's find, we have a lion here, so let's drag that in. And the best practice, you'll notice that the paragraphs kind of get some space between them because that shows where you're going to be able to drag them in. And best practice is first introduced in this left margin. And once you see the picture here, you can set the alignment. You'll see it jumps between three: left alignment, center alignment, right alignment. So you can set that alignment when you drop it. So let's do left alignment, and then you can double tap that to get the image settings menu. And in here you can decide, do you want the text to wrap on the right hand side, so image aligned left? Do you want the image aligned right with the text wrapping on the left? Do you want it center aligned with no text wrapping? Do you want it just no alignment at all? And that way text won't wrap and the image will be to the left. So you set all that in the image settings menu. So basically Flickr and Picasa, Instagram, the photo sites are going to work all the same. And also the video, but let's do a video for example. Okay, open your YouTube for my example, scroll, and here you'll notice what I'm doing. I'm trying to scroll to the general location where I want the video to be introduced, where I want to actually put the video. So I want to put it right here between these paragraphs, and it's lined up here. Try to get as close as you can. It makes it easier, but obviously for videos that are up here you can't do that, so just get it close. It makes it easier. So put your finger on it, drag it over, and you'll see it introduces. And let's say, oh, I don't want it here. Use a finger on your second hand to scroll up and down. This will help you place the image or the video where you want it to go. So here you can see I'm using my second finger to get it to where I want to go, and you can now set alignment also with video. So there we go, double tap on it, and you can set all your settings that you want for the video. And so you have center align, right align, left align for video also. Okay, let's give an example for the search then. So if we go to search and let's choose this. So we're choosing Google image search right now. You find an image you want. Let's line it up here, roughly here. Put my finger on it, drag it in, and here you'll see save to library. If you just drag this into your post right now from Google image search, then it's going to link to wherever that's stored. That's called hot linking. And lots of people, it's not good practice to hot link. That's stealing their bandwidth, and so they will actually block it. So you'll see when you publish it, the image will be there, but then later the image will disappear because they block that. So to overcome this, and the best practice is first save it to your local library. And then once you save it to the iPad library, then you can upload it and host the image yourself, and you don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's save from the browser now. Okay, from the browser, let's see here, let's go back. You can actually drag in images from most websites. Some websites, they use script to wrap an image to keep you from being able to copy images or use images, so it won't work on 100% of the websites, but most websites this will work. And it's also, if you use a photo service like SmugMug or PhotoBucket, you can actually do it this way. Even though you don't see them supported here, you can use images from those photo services doing it this way. So with dragging from the browser, it works a little bit different. First, you choose your photo and hold your finger in place until you see FOMO, the little guy under your finger. Then you know you'll be able to drag it into your post. And again, you can save it to your local library instead of hot linking. Once you've got FOMO, then put it over here, and you'll see that we use FOMO Lisa as a placeholder, And then here, where do you want to put it? Again, scroll up and down and put it where you want. We'll put it right here. Let's put it in the middle and let go, and then it'll load the image and show the actual image from the browser. So that's dragging and dropping from all the locations. Now, Blogsy automatically sets the display size when you pull in an image to 500 pixels wide, unless the full-size image is less than 500 pixels wide, then we use that size image. So some people out there, their blog themes are set up different. They want it narrower or wider, so they have to manually go through and change the width. Well, now you can actually go into Settings, General Settings, drag in pixel limit. By default, it's set to 500. You can set it to whatever you want. So my example, I'll set it to 300. And we also have video drag in width limit if you want to change that too. And you'll notice this option here. Do you always want it to set the limit based on the width, or do you want it to set the limit based on what's the longest side of the image? So if it's a portrait, it would limit it to 300 this way. If it's landscape, then it would limit it 300 this way. That's what this option is. So we set it to 300. So let's get out of here and let's go back to Picasa and let's get this same lion image. And then if we drag this lion over here, you'll see. So now it's pulling in by default 300 instead of the 500. But it doesn't matter. You can go in here and change it to whatever you want to override it anyway. And this is the display size. The link to the image will always link to the full-size image. This is only the display size image. Okay, one last thing, just to let you know. If you pull in an image, when you do it, it has to be around some paragraph marker or another image or a video. If you try to put it out here in space, you'll see that it's not going to introduce the picture. It has to be around something to introduce. And that's dragging and dropping in Blogsy.